You are now listening to Nexxlegacy Radio, a radio station for the people.
All right, out there, my good people. This is Charles Madison of Nexxlegacy Radio, and I have a wonderful guest who has a live concert that is going down July 11th that is going to be talked about, and he brings music for your soul, and it's going to be a great opportunity for me to be able to have a chance to talk to Emil and talk about his music, how he became what he is right now, and that he's still growing, and I'm looking forward to knowing and getting to know my man Emil. Thanks for coming on to the show.
Hi, Charles. I'm happy to hear you, and I hope our listeners will enjoy our conversation, and I appreciate for opportunity to share my music and my musical philosophy with you.
Well, I appreciate taking the time, and I appreciate the work that you're continuing to put in. So let's start with, how did you get started doing music?
You mean from the beginning, when I started to
Absolutely.
interact with music, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay. You know, actually, my first interaction with music wasn't good enough and pleasure, because I started my musical career with playing violin. I didn't love that. My parents wanted I became a musician, you know, and sent me to a musical school to learn to play violin. I hated it, and I left this process. And after a couple of years, when I was teenager already, around 15 or 16 years old, I started to play guitar. I watched different videos of Eric Clapton, Gary Moore, Paco de Lucia, you know, John McLaughlin, different guitarists, and I was inspired by their music and started to try to learn guitar by myself. And this was my first real interaction that I enjoyed with the music.
So you fell in love with guitar, and you basically taught yourself. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah. I had only one teacher when I was 16 or 17. It was half a year. So I didn't study in a musical school or guitar classes. I studied guitar. I learned guitar by myself.
Well, see, I love that for this reason. I think that sometimes when you have an opportunity to see something, hear something, maybe be inspired by something, that sometimes it's okay to be self-taught, learn yourself so you can be able to understand it more. And that is a great, great thing.
I agree with you, but only one thing, when I reached a higher level, for example, 5 or 6 years ago, I realized that I need to return to the basic, you know, that I have something that I didn't learn in time when I was a teenager or I was younger, and I started to practicing with the basic exercises. Maybe if I would learn in musical school, maybe I wouldn't need to do that now. But you absolutely right. When you're studying to play any instrument, doesn't matter, guitar or something else, when you're studying by yourself, maybe you have more freedom in your mind. I don't know. You have a less of different boards, different boxes in your mind, and you feel yourself more free when you play and when you improvise. In my opinion, sometimes it's even better to start from studying by yourself and continue with education, not opposite, I think.
I would agree with that also. I think anytime that you are self-taught, in a sense, there's still more to learn. So as you mentioned, that there is more opportunity for you to get opinions from others and learn. Maybe have a teacher. That's why some people will have tutors, even though you can be very educated, but there's still more to learn. That is excellent. And
exactly, correct. Agree.
And Emil, when you kind of had a feeling that this is what you wanted to do, what what was the point where you wanted to be able to take this outside of the house, so to speak, and let the world listen to the talents that you have? What was it? Was there one point where you decided that, you know what, I want to do concerts, or I want to, record some of the work that I am doing now?
You mean from the beginning? What point it was? Yeah, for me. Why did I start? I can't say that I had any special point. I just started to do what I dreamed to do, and I reached the condition when I able to travel. I didn't think about it. I started to play guitar because I wanted music. I enjoyed my playing. And maybe I saw that people liked when I started to play, and I have a more attention than usually I play. Maybe it was like a kind of motivation, but generally I just started to play music because I loved my music, and step by step I reached this condition like today, that I'm playing in different countries and different cities and enjoying what I'm doing.
Well, it's fascinating to me to hear that not just you've taken on this step at a young age, you've kind of grown into the music that you are currently doing now. When I see your bio and you have you're a master at contemporary music and, award-winning guitar player and composer. When you think about what you've accomplished so far, do you still feel like there is more to do, more to say? Because when I heard a little bit of what you have going on, I'm very impressed. And this is the first time that I've actually had interaction with you. So to me, I think it's very, very positive to hear the passion that comes out of music, and that's very important as you continue on with your career, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's always pleasure,
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about what's going on July 11th in New York.
July 11th in Lea Postman's Theater, we have a concert that, as you mentioned previously, it's music for your soul, guitar music that heals. My music, I have musical philosophy. I'm sure that music is not only entertainment. Music is like healing energy. It's something special that we can use for our development, soul, mind development, consciousness development. It's not only entertainment. And I'm trying to enter this my opinion, this my vision of music into my music, into everything, what I'm playing, what I'm doing. And when I'm playing, usually, even if we're with my friends, with my band, even if we are playing already exist compositions, we are building in a lot of improvisation. I can say that maybe 70% of our music is improvisation. We are starting to play special form, special shape of composition, and after we are playing improvisation, we are creating music during our playing. And it's like flow, we are transmitting our music, our energy to audience getting it, sending it back. It's like never-ending interaction, energy and sound interaction. So my concerts like this, it's not only the concert, it's like kind of meditation, musical meditation, let's say.
Musical meditation, I feel like, is always necessary because, I don't know about you, but I always feel like anytime you listen to, you hope that the majority of what you listen to is something to consume, think about, meditate, as you mentioned, be inspired by, be happy, maybe be sad, maybe it's filled with emotions, and that's why music is always going to be an important part of people's lives, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What about the music industry that intrigued you? I always say that the industry has changed over a lot of decades, but I always feel like there's always room for new people, but also the reception that people get. I think you have to create your own, not your own base of fans, but your supporter group, in this day and age of music. So how do you fit in today's industry?
I think I noticed that last month maybe, first of all, advertisement in different social media works much worse than previously. So for reach the same quantity of audience, you need to work much more and much harder than previously. So for today, we have a lot of great musicians around us. A lot of great musicians, young, adults, doesn't matter, very talented, and you need to create something special, all special advertisement companies or really special music, and it's very hard now to bring your music to the people, to reach enough of audience to your shows that people, this is the ones from the one side. Another side, you have social media, and if you will record something viral, for example, that people will like, you can go sleep and wake up already famous next morning. But it must be something or very special or funny or stupid. I don't know. I have no idea. For me, I realize that's not my way, I must work hard to reach my audience because my music little bit more seriously than for TikTok, for example, or for funny videos in Instagram. So now I think musical industry now it's much more friendly than previously. We have much more different instruments, but at the same time you have much more people that want to be famous, and they even don't know do something special. They may be beautiful, maybe doing something funny, and you have I forgot this word in English, like concurrent, something like that. That lot of people, your concurrence. You have a lot of different people that doing the same that you, and you need to do much more for people pay attention actually on that you are doing. So
you said it, Emil. You said it. Emil's my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and you are so right for this reason. There's so many social media. I can always say it's either a blessing or a curse. It's you can enjoy it for what it is. It's a tool to use to be able to get whatever it is that you are doing with either your business or your art to be brought to a larger audience. It's also a curse because there is so many things that will go viral that means absolutely nothing to the growth of a person or a business or anything like that. And you're right. You have to work 10 times harder just to be seen. And it could be a hard task sometimes. Do you find it frustrating sometimes, or do you just don't even worry about it and you just keep doing what you're doing? Period.
Yeah, exactly. You need to find your inner internal motivation. You don't need to wait that something will go in good enough. You now in this time you must to find your internal motivation to motivate yourself, to find inspiration from your routine, from regular things in your life, from your family, from yourself. So frustration, we can't go into frustration. We have no time for that. We need to continue to move.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And Emil, you grew up in the Ukraine, and you've had a chance to listen or be a part of, you start putting out music or growing up in there. Is there a comparison between how, people in the Ukraine consume music, be it if it's radio, be it if it's social media, versus people in the United States? Is there a different way that people, kind of just put their music out there or listen to music or concerts? Do you find it different?
I think the same. For example, in Ukraine, in the United States, in Canada, it's almost the same. But I used to live in Ukraine, and after that I moved to Israel. And in Israel, this is something else because of Mediterranean mentality. You need to work harder, to work more, to people seeing you, to people listening you, because in the Mediterranean regions, people more inside of them, everyone thinking about himself, first of all.
Right.
And it takes more time to bring enough of audience because they are not interested something that not related to them, So in Canada, in Canada and in the United States, it's little bit easier to reach an audience than in the Israel, for example. In Ukraine, it was easy, like in Canada, like in the United States. It was the same way. So this is the difference. What I noticed.
Well, I find it intriguing just because I know the hard work that I know that you put in, and trying to get a team together to put your music out on a bigger stage. And I know your music can now be heard on radio stations out here in the U.S., Britain, Canada, Europe, Mexico, Brazil, and others. To me, I think it's important to be able to have opportunities. So have you gotten any feedback, either on social media or personally, about just, you know what, Emil, your music's great, I heard it on the radio, or something to that effect?
Yes, I'm getting many feedbacks, a lot of feedbacks, but I'd like to mention one of most important feedback for me. It was after one of my performances. I don't remember actual age of this woman, maybe 65, maybe 66. She told me that my performances and listening to my music, it's only one place where she able to sit more than 1 hour, because she has a backage. She always feeling pain in her back, and she's coming to my performances like to healing procedure, like this is the only place and the only process she able to sit more than 1 hour. So I was happy to hear that, because it's like improving for my musical philosophy, that my music I'm playing, it's a healing music, really.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Anytime you get some feedback and it's coming from a genuine place, I think it's always good that someone can, inspire you, or just, kind of give you an honest take on, not just how it sounded, but how it made them feel at the same time too. So that's always a good thing. Emil's my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and with the concert that you have coming up July 11th, what else do you have in store for your music and things of that nature?
Could you repeat, please, because you disappeared in the middle of your phrase. I can't hear you good enough. Sorry.
No worries. With everything that you have going on with your concert July 11th, what else do you have in store? What else do you have in store for yourself and your music, for the rest of the year?
After the concert on July 11th in Toronto, I have a couple of concerts in Tel Aviv in August 2024. After that, I'm back to the Canada, and I'm performing. I know exactly that I have a performance on October 13 in Toronto as well. Mm-hmm. And I think I don't have schedule now with me. I don't have. It's in my computer, and I'm working on the continuum of booking my concerts. In November, I have, for example, again performance in Tel Aviv. In the United States, I have performance after. I forgot actually. After my performance July 11th in Toronto, I have a couple of performances in the United States, in New York area. It will be around 9th. It will be festival from 9th until 11th of August. So I will perform there a couple of days during this festival. Festival-wide.
Well, I love the fact. That's beautiful. I love the fact that you're keeping yourself busy. And with the concert that you have going on July 11th, how can people grab tickets?
July 11th, we're selling tickets on Eventbrite, on Ticketmaster Universe, by Tix, different platforms. And if suddenly you will not able to get tickets from Eventbrite, Ticketmaster, or by Tix, you can come to Lea Apostol's Theater a little bit earlier, and I think we will able to manage a couple of seats for you, and you will able to buy tickets at the entrance. It's not a problem.
Perfect. Emil's my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio. And in closing, social media, I know you have a bunch out there. So tell the listeners out there where they can find you, social media and website.
Website, emilkhachaturian.com, like my name. I know my last name is too difficult. I'm thinking about to change it to my stage name, a little bit shorter. I must do that. So my website, emilkhachaturian.com. I have a Facebook profile, official page, Emil Kha Music. So you can just write in a Facebook Emil Khachaturian, and one of profiles you will see it will be my official and private page. So don't hesitate. You can follow me, and you will get all of information. Also Instagram, Khachaturian, YouTube channel, the same, Emil Khachaturian. So all on my name.
Perfect. Well, I want to thank you for not just taking some time to hang out with the station. Your music will be on rotation on Nexxlegacy Radio always. So any types of promotion, anything that we can do in order for your art form to grow, we will definitely help and pay it forward, because, you know, you're talented for one, and this is a passion that you have. And also, I think it's always easier when you can be around or surround yourself with enough people who wants to help people. And that's what we have as a station. We want to make sure that you have the best opportunity to grow. So not only do I appreciate you for coming on, but I would love to have you back after the concert so we can be able to talk more and just kind of take a deep dive in everything that, because, you know, we could talk forever about music. So make sure that you know, we'll take more time for each other too as we go down the line. But I really and truly appreciate you for the work that you do, and also the work that you will continue to do.
Thank you, Charles. I'm really enjoyed our conversation. I'm happy to meet you. I'm happy to
Absolutely. Looking forward to meeting you as well. And blessings to you. Have a great concert, and we will continue to, I'll tag you on social media, and we will support each other moving forward, my friend. That's what we do.
Thank you. I'm happy to see you on my concert.
Absolutely. You take care.
Thank you, Charles.
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.